one very well presentation for our children to get involved into it. This is a very good activity they're doing. They're coming from the Krishna consciousness. So it's a very good presentation. If you want to send your children to that activity, so they're going to introduce here what they're doing and how your children will get the enhancement in their life and how to tackle with the life. They're giving really good lessons. So they're just presenting what the activity they're carrying on.
Okay, we have to. No.
Hello everyone, happy Diwali. Hey.
Hare Krishna, happy Diwali.
Okay. We're from Pandavasena, the youth group from Bhaktivedanta Manor, and we're here to share a message from the lessons that can be learned from the Ramayana, the epic that the festival of Diwali is centered around. I'm going to hand it over to Kaya now, who's going to share a short summary of the Ramayana.
Rama, the noble prince of Ayodhya, is beloved by his people. However, due to the palace intrigue, his stepmother, Kaikeyi, demands that he be exiled for 14 years so her son Bharata can become king. Dutifully, Rama accepts this fate and leaves for the forest, accompanied by Sita and Lakshmana. In the forest, the demon king Ravana becomes infatuated with Sita and abducts her, taking her to his kingdom, Lanka. Grief-stricken but resolute, Rama and Lakshmana set out to rescue her. But on the way, they form alliances, notably with Hanuman, the monkey god, and his leader Sugriva. After a fierce journey and a battle, Rama and his allies defeat Ravana, rescue Sita, and return home to Ayodhya, where Rama is joyously crowned as king.
There are many takeaways from the Ramayana, such as bravery, kindness, servitude, loyalty, and dharma. One that I feel encapsulates all is humility. All the characters of the Ramayana present the quality of humility, as they understand that they are not acting in service to themselves, but rather in service to Lord Rama. This type of humility is not to belittle oneself, but rather to keep a higher power. Lord Rama at the center of the mind and the center of all actions, invoking servitude and increased love for Lord Rama, Srimati Radharani and Lakshman, just as a mother selflessly with humility serves her child. We're now going to watch a short video that talks about the Ramayana.
And we request for some silence during this video, please. Thank you.
I don't think there's going to be silence.
Okay. Video.
I'm going to go off stage. Okay.
Yes. So shall we say it out?
Leela. And although he's all-powerful, Hanumanji then explained to Ram all the details about the layout of Sri Lanka and how the military was organized, because there was going to be a great war. And although Sri Ramchandra, he's the source of the Virat Rupa, he could easily just manifest this universal form and just with one glance burn Sri Lanka to ashes. But that's not going to melt our hearts with love for him, the same way as when he performs his Ram Leela. And although he's all-powerful, his opulence of renunciation or detachment is he accepts a position like a human being, and he facilitates depending on Hanuman and the Vanaras to assist him. So Ram jumped on Hanuman's shoulder, Lakshman jumped on Angada's shoulder, and Hanuman and Angada jumped to the shore of the Southern Ocean. Meanwhile, in Sri Lanka, just recently, Hanuman had burned a major part of the whole city. And before he left, he roared his message: return Sita, or millions of monkeys as powerful as me, along with Ram and Lakshman, from whom we gain all our powers, are going to come to destroy your whole dynasty. So Ravana called a very serious assembly of all of his leaders, his ministers, relatives, generals, and he told them that we see what this one monkey has done to Sri Lanka. Now there's going to be millions of them marching in, along with Ram and Lakshman, and they are demanding that I give Sita back, but I will not give Sita. I've already given my heart to her, and I will not take it back. She will be mine. I will never give up and succumb to anyone's demands. Srila Prabhupada, he says, even the greatest conquerors, they go out and conquer lands and empires, and they come home and they're conquered by their mind and senses for lustful enjoyment. That is why in the Vedic culture, or a real spiritual culture, people who can control their senses are considered to be real conquerors, and they are offered respect. We see how Dasarat Maharaj bowed his head to Vishwamitra Muni. And throughout the great Puranas, Mahabharata, Ramayana, we find even kings, how they bow down to those sages, rishis, Vaishnavas, who have no selfish desires. That's the greatest power, because that power of humble service conquers the ego and ultimately conquers the heart of the Supreme Lord.
Jai Shri Krishna, everyone. Happy Diwali, Happy New Year. If I could please request to have your attention for just about 5 minutes. It shouldn't be long. I won't keep you guys long. We've been lucky enough to have been given the opportunity to talk about our youth group, Pandavasena. So we'd really like for as many of you guys to listen to us as possible. All right, so basically, we are the youth group of the Bhaktivedanta Mana, the temple in Watford. And we basically try to make spirituality as relatable, accessible, and understandable for the youth as possible. Now, we do various things across the ages of primary school to university and above. But to start off with, we can go with the Friday events at Avanti House Secondary School. Every 3 weeks, we have events for year 7s to 9s. And for these, if your children would be interested in coming, it entails doing kirtan, debates, talks, games, football, all of it, anything that you would do normally with your friends, just with new people, making new friendships and new relationships. We have another event every 3 weeks for Project X. It's the same thing, debates, talks, football, food, everything, it's all free. And on Sundays, we have another event for ages between 10 and 14. So that happens every week on Sundays. Also, as you go past secondary school, we have university programs for Krishna Consciousness Society called KC-SOC. We have about 300 students across universities, across the UK, and it's an amazing experience. Everyone loves it, and it'll be lovely to see as many of you as there as possible. We have 20 plus KC-SOCs, that means societies across unis nationally, and we host events weekly at the temple as well. In addition, we run trips throughout the year, especially in the summer. We have 2 trips, one that's for the youth from year 7 to 11, and that's at the Vedanta in Lincoln, and that's 5 days long. And the launch for that event is this Friday. And we have another event that's for older kids from year 12 to the age of 25. And the launch for that event, trip is tomorrow, in which the location will be revealed. Typically, these events are abroad. We went to Germany last year, France the year before. We've been to America, all over the world. And the location for the trip will be revealed tomorrow. In order to sign up and hear more about this information, If you look on the slideshow, we have a QR code up. Please feel free to scan the QR code and it will take you to a link tree. And you can navigate yourself along there. There's a general information form which I'd recommend that you sign up to. But other than that, I'll hand it over to Siona.
So regarding branches around the UK, we have 7. There's one in London, East London, Crawley, Manchester, Birmingham, Nottingham, and Leicester. Internationally, there's a Kolkata branch opened and running. So upcoming events that we have is the Pandavasena Christmas event. We have the Sharanagati trip for the older youth launch. The launch is on Sunday, this Sunday. The youth trip to the Vedanta is for year 7s and 11s, and the launch day is next Friday on 15th November. And the annual mentorship system is this December. So how and why you should join. So as Parth mentioned earlier, the QR codes on the screen will take you to a link tree where you can sign up to join PS. You can follow us on our Instagram, visit our website, and join our WhatsApp group. As we mentioned before, we hold many events, retreats, and trips, but we don't only spend the money. Every connection you forge allows you to delve deeper into your spirituality and self-realization, along with the guidance of the more learned through association, study of scripture, i.e. the Bhagavad Gita, in sanghas and service to each other and to Krishna. We have connections in America, which TSI, the Sangha Initiative, which helps us build communities. We also build links with other Hindu youth groups, such as the Yog Foundation and the Hindu Youth Forum, etc.
Okay, and on the next slide, we have a bunch of QR codes for all of our respective group chats for year 7 to university. So please, when you get a chance, just scan the QR code. To all the youth in the crowd, one thing I'd recommend is just try it out. You might not think it's for you, but if you come to an event, you might be able to see that you actually like it. If you just say no from the beginning, you'll never know if you would actually want to come. And to all the parents in the crowd, I encourage you to advise your children to try and come to these events because they are truly life-changing. They change the friendships that you make and the long-term goals that you guys are striving for. So yeah, please do try and engage yourselves